meet you two. I am Dr. F.L. Loom. I was reviewing your intakes and noticed a common concern. Who would like to begin the story?
I will.
Okay.
I'm Vicki Haynes, and this is Bobby Haynes, my husband. We've been married about 2 years and have an 8-month-old son.
Okay. Tell me more. How did you two meet?
Well, we went to undergrad together and had some classes with each other. And one night, I went out with some of the girls, and he was good friends with my friend Mindy and her boyfriend.
Yeah, I had a great time that night. I had never met someone like her. She was funny, easy to talk to.
We hung out all night.
Both of you sound pretty fond about the memory. So at what point did you get from there to the current issues that brought you to therapy?
Well, once I had the baby, I began getting less and less attention.
I think that's on you. I'm the one not getting anything.
Okay. The problem doesn't seem to be either of you. Blaming is the problem. Can you tell me about a time when the problem wasn't there?
Well, I have to think about that.
Well, I know the last real conversation we had without fighting was right before you and Junior caught a cold.
That was over 2 months ago. Yeah, I remember that night. We were talking about winning the lottery and what we would do.
Oh, well, that seems like a fun conversation. It sounds nice that both of you can discuss your dreams. I wonder, what was going on at the time that brought you two to discuss the fantasy of winning the lottery?
Well, we were strapped for money at the time. We wanted to remodel the kitchen, but then the car broke down. I then began blaming Bobby for not having a job that paid enough.
So, if we had to give this problem of blaming a name, what would you name it?
I don't know. I guess I've never thought about the problem itself, just about how angry I am.
Yeah, me too. It's like we can't move forward because of this problem. So maybe something that prohibits us from moving.
Hey, you know how people talk about the big elephant or the gorilla in the room?
Yeah, it's like a gorilla, hovering, looming, big and dark.
Oh, I think that's a great description of the problem. See, you two can do this. You two work this out together as a team. So the problem is now going to be referred to as the gorilla.
Yeah, that's cool, but what does it have to do with solving the problem?
Yeah.
So I'm hearing that you're feeling anxious because you don't know what direction this is going to take you in.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Okay, let's try something new. Vicki, I want you to think back to the last time the gorilla appeared.
Oh, I know when.
Wait, Bobby, at this moment, your job is to sit back and listen. Once Vicki has finished her story, I want you to tell us the meaning of her story. Okay, Vicki, go ahead.
Let's see. Oh yes, I remember. Last Sunday we had gone to church, had lunch, and we were sitting down watching TV. Bobby got a phone call from one of his buddies. About 10 minutes later, he decides to leave and go to visit them. At the same time he was leaving, the baby started to cry. He didn't even pay attention or show any concern that the baby was crying. He just walked out.
Tell me more about that. How did that make you feel when he left?
It made me sad. And I was sad that he would rather hang out with his buddy. I was hurt that he didn't even acknowledge that his son was crying. I was angry that he left me there to deal with it alone.
Bobby, tell us what you heard from her story.
I heard a lot of inconsistency. That's not the way it happened.
Hold that thought. Based on her story, what did you hear?
Okay, well, I heard that she doesn't think that I care about spending time with her and the baby. And I heard that I don't ever do anything right. I heard that she was sad, hurt, and angry. I heard that she felt like I left her.
Very good. Is that correct, Vicky?
Yeah, that's exactly right. But I don't know what he thinks is inconsistent.
Okay. Bobby, tell us your story.
Look, we had gone to church, had lunch, and we were at home watching TV. She had just put the baby down for a nap. My friend called and said that he was having a car trouble and that he was stuck on the highway and needed my help. I told her what was going on and told her that I would be gone for an hour or so. When the baby started crying, yes, I was already walking out the door, and since she had put him down for the nap, I assumed she was going to check on him. All I was trying to do was get to my friend, who was on the side of the highway in need of help before it got dark.
I didn't know he was on the side of the road.
Does this affect your take on the story now?
Yeah, I wouldn't have